What up guys, your boy Coffis and I'm back with another one. Now today we're going to go over my favorite armor, which is the Lunda set. I took it upon myself to go ahead and 100% the game just to make sure I wasn't missing out on anything. And it seems to me that there are some really good armors in this game, but I kept coming back to this armor. This is by far my favorite armor in the game. And the reason that is because the amount of damage that you can put out, as well as stunning and staggering the targets. And when you stun and stagger the targets, you get a little burst damage from their posture bar breaking. And when that bar breaks, you get about 2 to 3 second window to beat on them even more. I mean, this armor is so fun. All the footage that you're currently watching is on No Mercy. I'm sure if you're playing on lower difficulties, you'll hit a lot harder than this. I feel like most people sleep on this armor just because you have to use your bare fist to proc everything that's going on, but you can constantly switch in and out of your weapons into your bare fist. You don't have to stay in bare fist form. I just like it because I'm an aggressive player. I feel like it's easier to throw out parries when I'm doing bare fist, because the attacks come out so much faster than everything else. Now there is another weapon that attacks really fast. I'm not going to try to spoil that for anybody if you haven't gotten that far. I'd say most of you already know where to get this armor and who to get it from. I'm not going to go over that. I'm just showcasing what the armor can do, and later in the video I'll show you what it can do in a boss rush when it's fully maxed out. And I feel like people aren't paying attention to the fact that you can lower the level anytime you poison something. So the chest piece allows you to lower the level of anything that you're fighting, and I feel like people just aren't paying attention to that. I mean, if you're fighting something that's a lower level than you, you're obviously going to hit it harder. Now I don't know the exact math. I'm sure someone in the comments can let me know what that is. Just add that to a 40% extra damage that you're already currently doing with something's poison, and you have a monster of a set. Let's go ahead and get into the build that I'm currently running right now, and I can show you everything that I have attached to this armor. Alright guys, I'm just going to briefly go over this. So the chest piece allows for barehanded attacks, parrying, and blocking to have a high luck chance to deal bonus damage and poison enemies, lowering their power level, which allows us to hit them a lot harder. You couple that with the wrist and the waist armor, and it allows us to do 40% increased damage to poison enemies, and we're constantly poisoning enemies because of everything above. Now as far as ambulance, I highly suggest that you run Svartalheim and Vanaheim. Svartalheim because it increases stun damage inflicted based on Kratos' defense. As you see top left, we have quite a bit of defense. And then Vanaheim because it increases Kratos' damage against status afflicted enemies based on his luck, and we have a good amount of luck. As the bottom, run whatever you want. You know, I run Niflheim just because melee damage is increased as long as I'm above 75%, but this is a flex spot. Run what you feel. As far as the shield, I like the Guardian shield the best. I feel like it works with this build the best, but you can run any of these shields. Another one is the Dauntless. I like anything that parries because you can stay in the mix. Any shield works, run what you want. As far as the Rons, these are the favorite or my favorite Rons that I run. This one is my all-time favorite just because I have a chance to have an Elemental Storm. The Elemental Storm will surround me for 9 seconds and do tick damage. Every other shield is, you know, pretty damn good. Run what you want. I just, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. There is a specific shield you can run. You can run Affliction if you want, and pair that with the Shadow Star Shield and shoot out poison if that's what you're into. Now as far as Spartan Rage, any of these work. I like Fury, do what you want. Relics, definitely try to find Hilt of Hufud and run that. I think it is a very strong one. It just slows down time, lets you beat on people. And then another one that I like a lot, if I can find it, is Talisman of Ming. This allows you to do more melee damage in a short time. Any of these work, but I highly suggest Hilt of Hufud. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. As far as Freya, I like running the Cedar Exhale just because it's a poison build, so it's running poison damage. This really helps me with elves that like fly around as well. The Queen's Roar is really strong as well, so maybe run that. As far as her accessories, anything that buffs sigil arrows, because we're going to be hexing enemies a lot, mainly because of sigil punishment. Melee attacks against enemies afflicted with hex deal significantly increased damage. So we're allowed to do more damage to enemies that we hex. And the way we're doing that is we're just spamming right bumper to fight, and when I'm doing that, I'm spamming square for her to constantly shoot arrows. Anything to buff sigil arrows is where it's at. Alright guys, that sums it up. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps this channel out a lot and it helps me out a lot. I'm currently working on 3 other videos to put out very soon, so if you want to catch those in the future, that'd be great. Anyways, thank you for your time and you guys have a great day. Later guys.